In case you have been seeing this man on your FYP, what this man did will send shock down your spine. This man has slept with over 400 women in Equatorial Guinea, including the president's sister, to the point that the president had to arrest him himself. Baltazar Egongza is the Director General of Equatorial Guinea's National Financial Investigation Agency, something like EFCC here in Nigeria. Now, this huge scandal blew out when they were suspecting him for fraud, and they decided to investigate him, and they went to his house impromptu to do a search, only to find over 400 clips of what they don't know. By the time they start investigating, they find out that these things are all knacking videos. And the first video they played was him knacking the president of the nation's sister in his office. And it did not end there. Now, these people include the sister of the president of Equatorial Guinea, his younger brother's wife, his uncle's pregnant wife, his own direct female cousin, the wives of his friends, 20 wives of his friends, the wife of the Director General of Presidential Security, the Attorney General's wife, the daughter of the Director General of Police, the wife of his pastor, hey God, I beg, help me, his godfather's wife, his senator's wife, his bodyguard's wife, everybody collect, the wives of several ministers, including Minister Oburu. The angle where they arrested him from is from public health, just in case he's spreading an unknown disease to all of these women. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you make out of this? For me personally, you know when Burna Boy said, I no do pass King Solomon, or this guy do pass King Solomon.
Street, what's up, man? It's tough out here on these YouTube streets, dog.
It's tough, boy. It's tough, boy.
Hey,
it's tough.
Street, my man out here got 400 of them, 400 tapes. Now, I know it may have been hard to hear the young lady or maybe understand her, but she broke it down. I'll kind of go over it a little bit, man, before we get started. But before we get started, welcome everybody to Hayes Street. I'm Coach Hayes. That's my dog, D Streeter. We back on the block, man. We finna make it happen. I can't pronounce his name, but they call him E-Bang. I call him He-Bang. So basically, this guy has gone on and put some work in. He's a political figure, and what I've come to realize, Street, let me read off what he did again in case you guys don't understand. He was under investigation for fraud, right? He does something with money in regards to like fighting for embezzlement, that kind of stuff, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Baltasar Ebang Inakanga. He was under fraud investigation. They go to his house, they raid it, they find all these videotapes. They don't know what's on the tapes. The first tape they pop in is the president of the country's wife, going at it with him. They go through all these tapes. They found a tape of the wife of the director of presidential security, the attorney general's wife, the daughter of the director general of police, the wife of his pastor's little brother, his godfather's wife, his senator's wife, his bodyguard's wife, 15 friends of his younger sister, his pastor's wife, the wife of several ministers, including Minister Oburu, I don't know who that is, his own little brother's wife, his uncle's pregnant wife. All I can say is, Lord Jesus.
Pregnant wife.
Pregnant wife.
Uncle's pregnant wife.
Now, not from what I've seen, they got a bunch of videos out. Y'all go check them yourself. We ain't doing it on here. But it seems to be consensually engaging. I'll put it that way.
Right.
So I don't think there's a thing of grape here, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if he used any like drugs, whatever. I don't know how that works.
No, they all look pretty awake and pretty happy.
Yeah. 400 of these tapes are out. Now I don't know how they work in other countries. I don't know what they're gonna do to him, but they're trying to see if he has any STDs or anything like that. But that's crazy right there, Street. What's your thoughts, man, of this? Because this is all over my timeline. I'm like, I don't know why my algorithm works like this, but it does.
I know it's all over your timeline. How much time do we? Okay, so do we have the time frame? Like how long was this?
I don't know.
Have no clue.
I have no clue. Only thing I can say is this dude talk game got to be off glass, boy. I mean, we talking about the president of the country, his wife, the attorney general. He ain't just going at the regular dudes in their family. He going after some heavy hitters, bro.
Whew. Okay, so let me see. We got any women in the comment section? All the men in the comment section, just stop typing. All the men stop typing. I want only women questions. I want only women to be asking questions, right? So, because we need answers from women, right? Okay, let's get this straight. He wrong. He dead wrong. He foul. He the dude you do not let in your house on Thanksgiving. My question for women. We know y'all all talk, so we know y'all all know everybody's business. How does this happen? Like, how do y'all just get in line and all just do? Half of the women talking about not supposed to even be in the office with them. You know what I'm saying? How does this happen? What type of guy does this have to be? Right? Like, who is this motherfucker? Like, is he goddamn Suave? Like, is he goddamn Dolomite? Like, how do all these different ages of women get in line for this? Is it money? Is he paying them all? I need answers. All the women in the comment section may help me understand. I would, LV, if it's just you, well, it's on you, LV. If you don't have money, it's on you. I need help. I need to understand.
She just laughing. LV, you got to speak for the ladies on this one. I'll just say this until we get one because I know there's a little 10-second delay. Great question. Street. How does he? What? Well, what kind of game does this dude have, or leverage does this dude have on these people?
She said he's African. I'm gonna say a love spell. Okay, well, there's videos out there, so no Diddy, but you can also see his. You can see his toolbox, right? So she says he's probably powerful. So talk to us as a woman. What does power do to women? Because y'all all got bosses. And fellas, don't type. Just listen. Don't type. Just listen. He's probably powerful. So what does power have to do with you bending over, smiling at a camera in his office? Help me understand. One at a time. They just all just walking in, smiling at the camera. One at a time, hey.
Like I say, only thing I'll just say, because she's not typing right now. The only thing I'll say, the A word. Where is their accountability? If it takes two to box, two to tango, right? Everybody in here is killing this guy, and I get it. I understand that. But you talk about power. Everybody he messed with is more powerful than him. The president of the country. No, the attorney general, the director general of police, the senator's wife, the dude that protects your life, the bodyguard's wife. I'm just saying, I just want to put it out there. Y'all can definitely check it out yourself, man.
LNV, you finna take the brunt for all of this. How is he talking when he starts to talk to the bodyguard's wife? She is keeping it to herself, right? When he's talking to the president's wife, she's keeping it to herself. So what I'm saying, it's not like it happens in a snap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. It's not like they was drunk and they just wandered in office. That's not what happened.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
Wasn't talking about take the cases out, dog. No, dog. I don't know about the case. Well, we don't. What he under for something else. he got caught for something else. He just happened to have.
Oh, he said take the shades off.
Nah, dog. Why you want to see my eye cut? Nah.
You know that boy. You know that boy eye caught like a pistol. Cut it out.
Taking those shades off. Hey, but LV, dog, we need LV say he don't have to talk. This could be a power move. What? He ain't gotta talk. So he just snap out like he just looking at him in the eye going.
Mesmerize him, dog.
What's going on? Jay Dirty said, who we talking about? Jay Dirty. His name should be Jay Dirty 954. Who we talking about? That what the name should be. Guyanese Mongol. A list of 400 women came out, videos and all, and he slept with everybody from the president wife to his cook wife.
Damn. DP say them women let each other know what's up. Oh boy was touching the back of the oven. Leave that right there, though. This is all I know.
LV say a power move as a politician, the type of women he's going after. It's power in what way? Like, man, you can't tell me nothing. I hit your wife. I don't think that holds any weight unless he's going to hold it over. Unless, okay, I got you, Hayes. Here we go. Unless he has the video, right. He has the video, and he's telling her, Umbakwe, did you get the Umbakwe? Did you get your husband to approve the letter, or the video goes out? You know what I'm saying? Because you know the women can encourage the husbands to do things. But why the bodyguard?
The bodyguard probably got secret. He probably knew about 399 of them and didn't know his wife was the 400th. I don't know, dog. Listen, I don't know, Street. That's all I can tell you, brother. I have not a clue what it is. We just, like I said, this is Hayes Street. We do like to talk sports, college football, but we do talk about topics as well. So everybody, what does got to do with football? Man, it's a Hayes Street, man. We on the block right here. You know, when you on the block, you go from ball Bitcoin to bodyguard wives. That's what I'm talking about. But here's what I'll say, Street, man. 123 and climbing in the building. Welcome to Hayes Street.
But wait a minute, hey, don't try to listen.
Well, I thought we was on time. Okay.
I don't understand. You can't extort a man with his wife. Because as soon as you say, I got your wife, all bets are off. Right? Like it's not like he's afraid he's gonna put out videos of my wife. No, at that point, it's war. It's me versus you.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I will say this, and I may be wrong at this, but let's not think of it in an American way. Let's think of it in a way of, I don't know how those other countries work. True. Maybe those wives, there's a certain prestige about the wife and what happens and whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Like America to me. There was no prestige. There was no prestige.
I don't know.
It looked just like King of Diamonds to me. That's what it looked like.
The only question I have is people want to attack the guy. I get it. I totally understand that. But I want people to also hold those women accountable, although being consensual. They knew they was married. They knew who he was. They know what the situation is. Now, if he was out here graping, then I get it. That's something totally different. That's totally different. But the videos I saw didn't look that way to me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying like that. I don't know.
Anything? Okay, I get it. I get it. On his bodyguards. Now they all out here talking. So if he had videos of the body, I get it. But boy, that's treacherous, boy, ain't it? Boy, that's a hard road to travel, dog.
That's savage. Like
I asked Kia, and her first thought was, y'all always blaming the women. What about him? Like, okay, he's a scumbag. My question is, how do we? And she said, "Well, you've had your choice of women over the years. You know what I'm saying? When you was in school, did they all know?" I say, "Well, some of them came because they heard the others talking, but women talk. Women talk. So it's like at some point."
Anyway, go ahead, Street. I had to get your hand right. That was good.
But I'm just like, women talk. At some point, you know what I'm saying? They do know.
But even if they don't know, they know their situation. That's all even if say none of them knew. I know I'm married to the president of the country. I know I'm married to the director of police. I know I'm married to the senator. I know I'm married to that 400. I don't know if all 400 of these tapes were people like dignitaries or whatever, but that's right. Quite a list there. So I don't know, man. I mean, and like I said, my man even went after his own cousin. So he apparently has an issue. His own cousin, female cousin, he went after. So he has an issue in that department. But again, the accountability.
Okay. And this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. You're right, Hayes. Now that I'm thinking, when you get at a certain level, I talk to you about this all the time. All you're trying to do is protect your money because everybody's coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how he went after the weakest link in these houses, the weak link, right, in the houses to use it as leverage.
Okay.
Right. So if cuz you trying to sue me for something, you know what I'm saying? Okay, sue me if you want to. I'm going to let everybody see what Mbakwe doing when you ain't home. I can kind of get it, right? Because when you become powerful and have money, people around you sometimes try to take your money. You don't really have real friends.
I agree. I think it's two-part. I think he has an issue, but he also used it as leverage because that's not like you say. It ain't like, oh, me and the president while we was drunk at a function. You intentionally set out after these women and they went for whatever you were selling. I mean, literally. So they bought what you were selling. But I don't know, man. We'll find out. We just want to talk about it. E-Bang, I believe his name is. He bang, they bang, we bang. It is what it is. But that's where it is, man. Real quick news out here. Miami Central catches a Florida High School Association sanctions, right? What you got on that, Street? Anything in regards to Miami Central? Because I know we had one here in Orlando last week, and I'll talk about that a little bit.
Literally, I think there was a player ineligible, got ruled ineligible. And they eventually took 9. I think they ended up taking 9 games away from him, which rendered them at 1-8. Something like that. Let me see. I got it right here. It essentially put them at 1-8. FSA has handed out Miami Central major setback. The Rockets must forfeit 9 games, including GMAC championship win over Miami Norland due to an ineligible player. Norland had an ineligible player themselves. Miami Central self-reported the issue, leading to a $900 fine with just days before playoff bracket. The Rockets face a challenging road ahead. I don't think they're not going to make the playoff. But other schools got hit too, like First Academy, Norland got hit. I think West Broward got hit. Basically, okay, I want people to understand this. This is not when you were in high school. So I want y'all to picture this. A lot of these kids, if y'all didn't know, don't attend these schools. A lot of Miami Central football players don't walk in the doors at Miami Central and go to school and eat lunch at school and go to 8 periods. A lot of these kids go to these other independent schools that have been created by guys like Jerry Williamson, Mike Tonsil, Brandon Odor, my homeboy, Claudianne Hilbert husband. I'll think of the name because I don't want to leave nobody out. And these schools don't have football teams, and they allow you to play for any school you want to play for. Which I think is not a bad thing. It's the rules, whatever. But I think some of the accountability of you having your guys in house is kind of slipping away. That makes sense.
Yeah, totally, man. That was a big thing.
Right.
Yeah, that was a big thing too. As I was coming along, you had a lot of those private schools that didn't have sports. So the rule at that time, I don't know if it's changed, was if your school doesn't have sports, you will be allowed to participate in sports if you are zoned for said school. So if you lived in New Orleans or you lived in Central or American or Carroll City's area, you could participate in sports at that high school, even though you didn't go to that school because your school did not provide sports at that school. Right. So you could go to those schools. And TFA, as you just brought up, the first academy, they call it TFA here in Orlando, they got hit stank, man. And it just happened last week. They say the program had violations, numerous rules, regulations regarding recruiting and providing impermissible benefits to players. And the FHSAA hit them with a $36,000 fine. A $36,000 fine. Now, that's a private school here. There's a church called the First Academy. It's a church. I think it's First Baptist is the church itself, if I'm not mistaken. But anyhow, and they have also been banned from the 2024 season. They gave up those games, and they will have a probation until December 20th of 2025. So that also includes them from playing in postseason play next year. It's kind of like a mini death penalty. Here's some of the allegations. Allowing 10 student athletes to participate in football activities without being enrolled or prior to being enrolled at the school. Allowing one student athlete to participate in football activities prior to being in the school. The head coach Moffitt provided an Uber ride to a student athlete before the student was enrolled. The school allowed non-school team 24/7, which my man Chris Mitchell runs, 24/7, 707 members of the TFA football team. The First Academy assistant coach Estander Orepes, if I'm saying it right, participated in a football clinic during the school year wearing school paraphernalia. I don't see why that's an issue. Moffitt, the head coach, communicated with, I think Moffitt the head coach? I don't know if he's the head coach. I may be correct, at TFA. Moffitt communicated with student athletes about the First Academy prior to their enrollment. An unspecified representative of the school athletics interest communicated with student athletes. So basically talking to players before they got enrolled into the school. And that became an issue. I personally think this school particularly pissed somebody off and they turned them in for all of this stuff. And today with all text messages, all the digital tracking you can do, they caught them. You know what I mean? Phone numbers, phone records, and so forth. So, you know, private schools used to get away with a lot because they were private and they don't have to have a zoning. They're not in a zoning thing. Like, shout out to LaMarcus Joyner. He stayed in South Miami and went all the way up to doggone St. Thomas. You know what I mean?
I knew how far that was.
Southwest 152nd, all the way to Fort Lauderdale.
If you knew how far that drive was, the next question should be, what time did he wake up?
What you mean? They used to send a bus down there, the little short bus.
He still got to get up early.
Yeah. So
what time did he wake
up? Yeah, shout out to Patrick Williams in the building. He says, Coach Hayes, football, what's up, bro? Even though sometimes I disagree with your comments about CU, sometimes you are fair. Miss you in old school going at it, but I love your show. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Patrick Williams. Appreciate it. Thank you. And check us out tomorrow, man. We'll be talking about it. But yeah, man, that's just kind of the touch on that right there. These high school sanctions. I saw a basketball coach, a female basketball coach. She got sanctioned as well. I want to say it was in Texas. I just saw that as well. I want to say it was in Texas. And so these people cracking down, man. They're cracking down on this stuff. And, you know, these schools bringing in 30 transfers and all that. $36,000 fine. That's tough right there, boy. That's tough. That's tough. But as more come out, we'll dig deeper into it. Like I said, this stuff just broke today. And so if it broke today, we'll definitely find out a little bit more. We'll chop it up throughout the week. Let's get into this part, man. Let's talk about Miami because I know we're on a little time constraint today. Let's talk about Miami just for a quick moment. Shout out to Xavier Restrepo breaking the all-time receiving yardage record, surpassing Santana Moss in that last game against Duke, the Manny/Mario Bowl. As some people called it, the Cuban Bowl, the Cafe con Leche Bowl. the Calle Ocho Bowl, however you want to call it. But Miami put some work in on the Cats and end up blowing them out there at the end. So go check out my Good, Bad, and Ugly in regards to that. What's your thoughts about Xavier Restrepo doing what he did? Knowing I know you followed him early in his career, coming out of Deerfield.
Let's see what Steph had to say about
receiving yards with 2,573 receiving yards. The least I can say is put that statue up, league him. He's ready for all that. If you are from South Florida or Miami, we have seen Xavier Restrepo grow up to be the man he is now.
We're playing both ways, a little wide receiver and a little what? Cornerback, strong safety?
Strong safety.
You used to hit people when you were a little kid, man. I don't know if you still hit. You got curly hair now, bro. I don't know if you'll hit anymore.
The moment he broke the record yesterday, it was a very surreal moment for some of us. And for some of us, very emotional, just like his mom.
That's his mom crying in the stand. But we talked about that. Listen, couldn't happen to a better kid. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't happen to a better kid, a more hardworking kid. A guy who against the odds, because the only odds we always think about is in sports, his black kid grows up in poverty, parents not there, makes it out, right?
Yes, right, my way out.
Right, makes it out. But there's a lot of different fights in sports, right? Sometimes it's being a light green, not white, I'm not going to say white, but a light green kid, you know what I'm saying? A kid that doesn't look like the rest of the football players, who's screaming loud in the crowd, hey, I'm just as good as them, and nobody assumes that they're good as them. They got to prove themselves over and over again. The parents get frustrated, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different fights in sports, but we usually only really hear one story. But this is one of those stories, man. Well, I've told y'all about Restrepo numerous times, and his uncle's calling me when he was 9, 10 years old, asking me to come see him play. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not traveling way over there to see the little kid who looked like he's supposed to be playing soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't be that good. And I finally got to see him play and was like, wait, like, what am I watching? And then over the years, I just kept seeing him play and kept watching him make plays and And it was kind of like watching Wes Welker. Like, when you just thought it was a facade and it just went for years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute, this is real. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like Braxton Berrios, right? Everybody made that comparison. Braxton Berrios, the Wes Welkers, that kind of the Armandellas, and so forth. Nah, you're 100% right, man.
And at one point, we didn't think Restrepo would be as good as Braxton Berrios. Now it's not even close.
Not even the same status. Yeah. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about him? And you brought up some valid points right there. He doesn't check any of the boxes. He's not tall. He's not fast. He's not big. You know, he's got bigger, of course, as he's been there over time. But I'm talking about if you look at him on that video with her, you got narrow shoulders, you know, all of that stuff. But there are such things as ball players. And I will say this, in the coaching community, there are so many of those guys that get skipped over, especially at the major Power 5, Power 4 level, because there are a bunch of guys that can do what he's doing, but they are 6'2". They are 6. Jeremiah Smith, for example, is that kind of guy. But what I believe that sets him apart, and what I believe that sets all of these type of stories apart, is the FBI, the football IQ. When you look at the Ray Lewises, who got the last scholarship, you look at the Ed Reeds, you look at the Palomalus, you look at those kind of guys, their football IQ is 7 stars. You understand? They just have to find one person that will believe in them and they can shine. You understand? But they don't pass the eye test. You know, they are a diamond, but when people look at them, they just see a lump of coal. They don't know what's inside of that coal. If you just got to chip it away, get it right, shine it up nice. And here's the hard part about coaching. I understand it's hard to bring a guy like that to your head coach, because that's time, effort, energy, and money being spent on a guy that doesn't check all the boxes. And think about how many of those guys that look that way and don't pan out. So if I bring a guy, Street, you the head coach, hey, Street, I got a guy playing up there at Deerfield, man, Xavier Restrepo. You know what's the first question you think a coach asks?
How big is he?
How big is he? That's the first question. I don't care what position except the kicker. How big is he? Well, coach, he like 5'10", 175. We know the next question is?
What?
How fast is he then? If he gonna be little, he better be fast. Coach, well, he probably run like a 7. Now, when you say that, you know the next word. The next question is, man, you want to get fired? That's the next question Coach will ask you. You bringing me a 5'10", 4'7", 175-pound kid, and we in South Florida?
So how do they sneak through? So how do you explain the Isaac Browns at Louisville who put Clemson to sleep the other night? And that's what he did to Clemson the other night. How you explain the Isaac Browns? How you explain my little guy at Pittsburgh? There was 0. Like, how do they sneak through? And when they sneak through, they're the biggest guys in the room.
Yeah. It takes a coach that can see it. And that's back to our shout out to Luke again. I'm always give him his credit. The Yellow Bus boy, a lot of these coaches that see it have some high school coaching experience. They weren't always top notch. They didn't just go and get straight into major college football coaching. They had to take what walked through the door, and they can see that. Second is it takes a head coach that trusts that guy saying that, right? It takes a head coach that trusts that guy in saying that, and that coach building relationship with these high school coaches that say, look, if I come to you and you give me this dude, it better be that. And I'm going to tell you a guy right now, we all know Antonio Brown was just like that. Antonio Brown, y'all know he's not a big dude. We took him to the University of Miami. He's at their camp making all of these 5 stars, these top recruits look stupid the same way he did at Central Michigan, the same way he did in the NFL. And you know what they said? Coach, he too small, coach. He don't have tape. We just got quarterback tape of him. I'm like, bro, that's even bigger. You don't have tape of him doing it. We take him to your camp, and he making these dudes that play that position there. But a lot of guys not going to step up and step out for those kind of kids, man. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I don't know who brought him. Now, I know Manny did ultimately signed him in, but I don't know what coach was his recruiting coach. And whoever that was, man, shout out to him. Y'all can put that in the chat if y'all know who was his primary recruiting coach. But shout out to him, man, and everything that he's done. Everything that he's done, bro.
Big time, bro. Big time.
I wish he would have kept that ball. I saw him toss it back to the referee, and I was like, keep the ball. It's your football.
He ain't thinking about nothing like that. He ain't thinking about nothing like that, dog. Nothing at all.
Because like I said, I would have loved for him, and I don't know what happens, but I would love for Santana to have signed that ball, Michael Irvin, the guys that he passed up through his career, to sign that ball. I think that means so much, man, that you get a personalized message. Reggie Wayne and so forth. Man, I know Reggie Wayne sent out a message to him, but, shout out to him, man. And think about this. He broke the record, and he still got 4 more regular games to go.
Yeah. He played, so did any of those guys play 4 years? How many years Trepo play? 4, 5?
He's on his 4th year, I think. This may be his 5th. We could pull it up and see.
Did any of those guys play that long?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. But I know they played in a lot of postseason, but again, they don't have a playoff system. It was just that, whatever the extra bowl was.
So he played 5 years, right? But in year 1, he only had 1 reception.
Right. So take 1 off.
And 400 and 12 yards. So 4 years, he did it in 4 years. So I'm assuming Santana Moss them only got on the field maybe 2 years?
Right.
3 years?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you wasn't getting on the field as no freshman back then.
Yeah. And think about it, they got him right now 5'10", 198. So he probably was 5'10", 185 maybe. You know what I mean? It said Moss played 4 years. But anyway, that's awesome. He also broke the single season reception record. Remember, Charleston Rambo had that record, I think at 79, and then Restrepo broke that at 85 or something like that. So he's broken that record as well.
Like he's gonna break it again.
Think about it. The 105th best player in the state of Florida, the 65th best athlete in the country, 3-star, 86 points. Yeesh.
Mm-hmm. All right, man, let's get into these brackets.
There's a 4.58 guy. Okay. I mean, all right.
I asked his mom. His mom said he told her he gonna run a 4.4. Because I was gonna tell her, just tell him don't run. Listen, But she say he gonna run a 4.4. We gonna see, goddamn.
His shuttle time would be awesome. I think his shuttle time would be great because he's got that the 10-yard shuttle. I don't know. We'll see. I love
Cam
it, man.
Kitchen just proved us that none of that shit matters.
And none of that.
None of it matters. Cam Kitchen just proved us. If y'all didn't know, Cam Kitchen took a 103-yard interception back and nobody ran him down. Nobody came close to running him down. On the football field, Cam Kitchen looks like the fastest dude out there.
Yeah.
103 yards, and he ran a 4.6, 4.5 at the combine. Everybody laughed at him. Nobody came close to running him down. So, fuck your 40 yards. Let your 40-yard dash. It's all for sure.
Let me tell you this. Coach might be I might run a 4-ever, but let me tell you this. When them Lions chasing you, boy, I'm 4.2 like a mug. Boy, I'm getting that thing, boy. When them Lions chasing you, boy, you better get moving. But speaking of Miami, we want to talk about this is our college football prediction right now after week 11. Street, we already know the first round bye are the conference champions. Would you like to give who do you think your 4 teams are for the first round bye?
The first round bye. Let's see.
I could definitely go first because I got notes, y'all. I'm ready. Look, I'm in school,
first
baby.
I think you get a Georgia, right?
I don't.
Oregon. I think you get in the first round bye.
I have Oregon winning the Big Ten.
Then you get a Miami, and you can get Iowa State.
Okay, so you're saying Iowa State and BYU would have to play in the conference championship, and Iowa State would beat them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the reverse. I got BYU beating Iowa State. I have Oregon. I don't know how to go. It depends on Ohio State and Indiana, right? The Ohio State-Indiana game, they're going to play. I think Ohio State has to play Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but I think Ohio State plays Indiana in the season. Hold on, I may be wrong, but I think Ohio State is playing Indiana in the Big Ten. Yes, they are. Ohio right here, November 23rd. So I think Ohio State beats Indiana. In there. Okay. Got to give them their first conference loss. Okay. In that sense. So that's in the Big Ten. So I have BYU winning the conference, Oregon winning their conference. I think Texas, follow me now. You ready? In the SEC, I think it's Texas will end up winning in the conference championship. Coach, why do you say that? Here's why I say that. Because Texas has to play Texas A&M the very last game of the season. I think they went out the remainder of the season. Right. They have to play Texas A&M. Texas A&M is currently second in the conference with only 2 losses, right? They all have 1. Tennessee has 1 as well, but Tennessee will have to play Georgia. And I think Georgia beats Tennessee, which gives them their second loss in the conference. See where I'm going with this?
Right.
And it'll be Texas, Georgia in the conference championship. And I think Texas beats Georgia.
Gotcha.
Because Georgia ain't looking too hot offensively right now. So that's where I am on the first round bye.
Yeah, Carson be shitting the bed, don't he?
That boy. Pfft. Yeah. So that's how I'm looking right now. BYU, Oregon, right. Texas, Miami. And Miami will beat SMU in the conference championship.
Woo!
Because that's all that's left for the ACC. If you really think about it, Miami, if you look at the ACC, they have these are the only 2 teams undefeated in the conference, and we don't play each other. And I think Miami runs the table again with Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and Syracuse. And I think SMU runs the table with their remaining games of Boston College, Virginia, and Cal. Right. So that'll put the 2 in there. With the loss, with Clemson just having that loss, That gives them a loss in the conference, and then Clemson has to play Pittsburgh. So either one of those teams, I think, is out. Reggie said, I'm making you hot. Well, tell Georgia to play better, Reggie. That's all I can tell you. Tell them to play better.
He making you hot. What?
Because he's a Georgia fan. He's a Georgia fan because I'm saying they're going to lose to Texas. Round 2. Well, not round 2, but the first round of the playoffs. Now that we went from the bye, let's go backwards. Who do you think makes it in?
The first round. Texas.
Okay.
Texas A&M. Ohio State. Clemson. Boise State. Penn State. Tennessee, Notre Dame.
Okay, say that again. Texas.
Texas.
Texas. Uh-huh.
Texas A&M. Ohio State, obvious. I think Clemson may sneak in. You know what? I think SMU. You think ACC get 2 teams in there?
Yes. I believe they can
think
get 2.
so?
Yeah. I think my only problem with if SMU loses to us, Clemson is ranked 19. That's my only thing. I thought about Clemson, but because they took that L, I don't think they could surpass them in the ranking. Because if they lose to us, they would lose. If all numbers were accurate today, SMU being 13 would lose to the number 14.
Right.
So that's why I said that. But go ahead, finish Clemson. Who else?
You think. So you do think two ACC teams get in. So you think either Miami or SMU play each other, one of them will still get in.
Yes, I really believe that because when I look at SMU, and I look at their rank, I look at who they're playing, bro, they whipping people's butts, right? Duke was close, but other than that, and I think they finished strong with Boston College, Virginia, and Cal. I think they'll finish strong on top of these people. Like I said, dog, they beat TCU 66-42, and then they lost to the only the only undefeated team out there is BYU in Miami, probably at that point. Right. And they lost a close game. They lost 18-15. So, yeah, I think SMU gets in. I think it's kind of how they predicted where Clemson, remember we put that graphic up where Clemson would still get a spot, even though we beat them in the conference championship. I think SMU would now do that because Clemson took that L to Pitt.
I don't know if they get at the SMU. That's what I'm getting stuck at. I think somehow they figure out a way to sneak a 2-loss Alabama team in. Somehow, dog.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think somehow they figure out a way to sneak a 2-loss Alabama in there before they let SMU do that their first year in the ACC.
Yeah, I could see it, but I don't think so. I may be wrong. So who you had? You had Texas A&M, Ohio State, Clemson.
Texas A&M, Ohio State, Clemson. I think I want to go Indiana.
All right, Indiana. Okay.
Let me see. Let's sort this out. But Indiana may get knocked out by Penn State, huh?
No. Let's see here. I think. See, that's the thing. No, they don't play Penn State. They don't play Penn State.
They don't get them? Okay.
They got Ohio State, though. That's going to be key. That'll give them their first conference loss.
Ohio State, right. So then that's going to be the end of Indiana. Yeah, I think, man, I think somehow either Alabama or Clemson is going to sneak in. And I'm going to say they sneak Clemson in because what they've done the last fucking 10 years, I guess. Then Boise State, you get a Penn State, a Notre Dame, and a Tennessee.
All right, hold on. Boise, Penn.
Yeah.
You said Boise, Penn State, and who else? Notre Dame.
Boise State, Penn State, Notre Dame, and a Tennessee. Indiana can't upset Ohio State. Ohio State has had some close ones though. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the only way Indiana get in. That's the only way Indiana get in. The only way SMU get in is they gonna have to go squeaky clean.
I don't see. For me, it's different. I still think Indiana goes in before Clemson because even if they lose to Ohio State, a highly ranked team, they're higher ranked than them, and it'll be their only. If they win the other games, will be their only one conference loss. Clemson would now have. They already have two, if I'm not mistaken, right? Clemson already. They have one.
They got two.
So they got two losses. They got two losses.
But Georgia's the wash. You watch Georgia because they claim these SEC teams are so great. But so Clemson got two.
Pitt may get them, or South Carolina may knock them off. They got two games, but they're also lower ranked. They're ranked 19th right now. And I even if they win out, and even if Indiana loses, I still think Indiana will be higher ranked than Clemson. Clemson is currently 19. And let's just say Indiana does drop the Ohio State game for whatever reason. I still think they'll be high. They're not going to drop them from 8 to.
I think if Indiana lose, if BYU lose, they gonna fly down that pole. I believe.
All right.
These people ain't hiding this no more. They not hiding it anymore. I believe if they lose, SMU lose, they all gonna fall off the edge of the earth.
All right. So here's where I'm going with it. I think Texas A&M will be out. They lose to Texas, so Texas A&M would be out. Georgia. Mm-hmm. So I got Georgia in. I got Georgia, Tennessee, Penn State. And the reason I got Penn State is because they have the one conference loss and they have nothing else on their schedule. I think that's dangerous. They got Washington, Purdue, Minnesota, and Maryland. So I got Penn State getting the spot. I have Indiana getting that spot. Even if they lose to Ohio State, it's their one conference loss to a highly ranked team. Right. At this particular time, what is Ohio State? The number 2 team in the country?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have Notre Dame getting in. I don't see them losing any more games. I don't see Notre Dame losing any more games. Let me see here. Notre Dame, they got Florida State, Virginia, 18th ranked Army. So that should probably help them, but they blow them out the water. And then they play USC. So I think Notre Dame is in. Iowa State is in. And the reason I believe Iowa State is in because they will beat K-State and then they will be the runner-up in the Big 12. So you're going to get 2 in the Big 12. I'm sorry, let me finish. Then you have Ohio State and then Boise.
Right.
So, go ahead.
How does Colorado sneak in?
Whew. Okay, Colorado is my opinion. Colorado sneaks in if K-State beats Iowa State.
Okay.
If K-State beats Iowa State, this is how I'm looking at it. Colorado is currently 6-2. They're 4-1 in the conference, so they're tied with Iowa State. K-State, and this is what's scary. K-State plays Iowa State, but that would give Iowa State 2 conference losses. That would give Colorado 2 conference losses. Now here comes the question. I think they go through overall. I don't know how the thing goes. I think me and Raw was talking about the other day, but they have no other major competition. Iowa State doesn't, except there. And then we know Colorado from their level of competition, they have no ranked teams either. They're going to be facing forward. Now, they definitely have to beat Texas Tech. They can't take another loss. If they get another loss, they're out. If they get another loss, I don't think they lose. I think I have Texas Tech and them losing Texas Tech. That was my preseason prediction. Texas Tech played tough the other night. So they definitely have to beat Texas Tech. And the other ones look like they're definitely feasible, but they're ranked 21 as well, bro. So that's going to be that's tough. I think the K-State has to beat Iowa State just for them to have an opportunity. And then it becomes, what's the bigger draw? Really? And I think Colorado takes that draw over a K-State versus BYU in the conference championship. Have to be very honest. It's a great story. I think they're going to give it to Dion because he has turned the program around, right? They're winning ball games. They're marketing, all of that stuff. So that game will be sold out. They may have to build 2 stadiums next to each other just to get them people in there.
Well, I would love to see a Miami-Colorado game, bro.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And here's what I hate. Well, not to hate to say it, but here's what I will see. They will definitely put Colorado in that bracket. They will put Colorado in that bracket because of the quarterbacks. Cam, Shador. Same quarterback. Shout out to I think his name DC, who's the quarterback. Quarterback select, I believe his name of it. Shout out to him, man. He was actually at the game, man, Saturday. But that's the storyline right there, right? 2 good friends, same quarterback coach training, the top 2 quarterbacks probably coming off the board this year. Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not get that matchup early instead of try to do it later down the line? Because you never know what'll happen. They're going to get it when they can. So they'll definitely put them in that bracket against Miami, who has the bye first.
Right.
He says Colorado versus Oregon. I think that will bring a draw, but I hate to say this, but I think they would feel that the Colorado-Miami game would be a better game than Oregon-Colorado.
Why would the Colorado-Oregon game bring a draw?
Because we've had some defensive issues. Oh, Colorado-Oregon. Because remember, they had the Oregon beef last year with Dan Lanning talking about we don't do this for clicks and lights. We do it for substance and all that kind of stuff.
I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that again. I mean, that was ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. So those are the teams I have in the street, in that sense, man. So, yeah, bro. Yeah. I don't know. We're a little bit different. I think you got Clemson in, and I got Indy in. I think that's really the only. And you got Texas A&M in, and I have Iowa State in.
Both of them shaky. Texas A&M, them 2-loss teams, both of them shaky. But I just think we've made it 12 teams, and I think what y'all are realizing is that it's gonna just keep getting messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, y'all lost to a nobody Smooth, so go back in your corner.
Smooth. Stop it,
Y'all
Smooth.
lost to a nobody. If you get a nobody put in front of you, you gotta smack them in the face. Y'all got a nobody put in front of you, and they smacked y'all in the face. Okay, so go back in your corner.
Yeah. See, I don't think Texas A&M gets in because they already have the one. Well, they got 2 losses, but 1 conference loss. I don't think they get in because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You actually got 5 teams with 1 loss in the conference. I don't know how all other ones play. I think Texas takes
the BCS tomorrow. They're just gonna pick the teams that they feel. There's no mathematical equation to it or nothing, right? It's just some dudes sitting down and they gonna put the teams in.
Well, what I think is, it goes for the rankings. So what we're looking at is conference champs. Those are 4 teams out. I said this earlier in the show. And I left Boise out, and Boise goes in. Boise, if they don't lose any games, they'll be the highest ranked in the other conference, gets a spot. Mm-hmm. And then, and matter of fact, me and Raw had talked about it. He brought up a good point, and I don't want to bring it up right now because I can't remember how he said it. And I know we're on a time constraint right now. But anyhow, Boise, and then Notre Dame is in. So those are 2 technically non-conference teams that are taking 2 spots, right? Meaning non-conference teams. So you have the 4 plus the 2, and so that leaves you 6 other teams to get in. So you have a Tennessee, you have a UGA, and you have, let me see, that's SEC. Those only Texas is the SEC team. And Texas, that's 3 Texas teams. 3 SEC teams. Big 10 teams on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Big Ten teams. 5 Big Ten teams.
Okay.
And you have one Miami, which is one there. See, that Iowa State game might be funny. I think Iowa State SMU could be funny. I think they may think SMU may be a better game or whatever. And then you have one Big 12 team, which is BYU. That's based on my board.
Somebody in the comment section, type out all 4 conference championships. Like, who's going to play? Type out the 2 teams that's going to play in each conference championship in the comment section. Hey, we always just go with these people say, this could get really ugly, though. Like, this could get really ugly. Because the conference championship, I know these BCS people are sitting there the conference championship weekend like this. Because it can mess up everything.
Everything.
Roger Dodger said that's a lot of work. Well, Roger Dodger, you just don't got the passion. You know what I'm saying? Just be quiet if you ain't gonna do it, Roger Dodger. You know what I'm saying? Type out. I want to see the conference championships. Who's gonna face Miami versus SMU? Give me all 4. Somebody say Florida. Like, LSU will beat Bama. They're not gonna be in the conference championship.
Smooth. I got one for you. Who Miami best win? Our last one, and the one before that, and the one before that, the one before that, the one before that, the one before that. I can't find an L. Hey, how you spell Alabama? With one L. Get that crap out of here, Smooth. Bye.
So all the underdogs could win conference championships, right? And then that's gonna make it that'd be a problem. That's why the conference, there we go. Oregon versus Indiana, UGA versus Texas, BYU versus Iowa State, Clemson versus Miami. Bet that up, Reggie. So, which I think it'll be SMU Miami. So what if Indiana, Texas, Iowa State, and Clemson won the championships?
Say it again.
What if Indiana, Texas, Iowa State, and Clemson all won the conference championship?
Not Clemson, but SMU.
It might be SMU if SMU. So what if they won? Like, that's a mess, dog.
I don't see. I'm gonna have to be honest. I can't see SMU not being in it. If they win out, they have to be in it because they have no conference losses. Clemson got a conference loss with Pitt.
Tennessee versus Texas A&M is going to be the conference championship SEC. Dang.
That's what I have. I have Texas. No, for SEC, I have Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
But I guess what I'm going to lose.
Okay,
so what if Texas A&M, SMU, Kansas State, Boise State got to play Wyoming?
I guess I didn't look that far into it. Yeah, but it could be Wyoming. I don't know.
What if all of them win? So if they win, now that's 4 teams. Now you got almost the other 4 teams already chose. Because it's like you can't leave them all out. Yeah, you can't leave them all out.
Says Georgia has 1 loss. Right. But imagine if they lost in the championship game, which, in my opinion, I got here. See, the problem is Texas plays Texas A&M. And Texas A&M actually is second on their board, but they all have 1 loss. The problem is Texas A&M is ranked lower. So and remember, Texas plays Texas A&M rivalry week. So that's why I said if Texas beat Texas A&M, it definitely pushes them out the way.
Georgia got Ole Miss. Georgia got Tennessee left and Georgia Tech. I got a feeling that Georgia don't get out of this thing unscathed, dog.
Yeah, and the Tennessee thing
is going to have to play a little better, I think.
Yeah, and the only reason Tennessee is still in it is because they have Georgia. They have Georgia coming up November 16th, and if you lost to the number 2 team in the nation. So therefore, how far do you drop down? I don't know.
Have you paid attention to any of Tennessee's marketing on on their Instagram page?
I've seen one thing, that thing where everything turned black, like when they got ready to wear the black uniform. I guess it was like Spider-Man. When it like
Spider-Man turned black.
Yeah, like
oh yeah, when they were going to wear the black uniforms, right? And everything was black. Yeah. Dog, they got the best marketing, bro. They put out some of the coolest. Yeah, they put out some of the coolest videos. I'll show one.
Oh my God. Hold up, Street, real quick while you pulling that up. My man just made a good call right here, Kevin Pryor. What if Tennessee plays Vanderbilt rivalry week? Tennessee loses to Vanderbilt. Oh, it's all tempers, bro.
Yeah, this stuff is not far from. It's far from over.
And Vandy ranked 24. Oof.
It's far.
Oh, that'd be even worse, dog. Because then Vandy plays South Carolina. Let's say they beat them. Vandy plays LSU ranked 14th. Oh, this is a mess, dog. This is why I tell y'all, get rid of the rankings, but y'all don't want to hear me. Take top two, make it the first. Listen, take the top two. Conference championship is the first round of the playoffs, and it's over. That's what it is.
You say it's a mess, dog.
Oh, this is a straight mess. Hey, this is worse than trying to figure out who them 400 people is on them tapes. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, it could get real. It could get real ugly, dog. It can. Let me see if I can find one.
In the video said they're gonna carry the goalpost across state line. They in the same state. What are they gonna take it to? Kentucky? What they gonna take it to Georgia?
He said they're gonna do what?
He said, man, if Vandy upset the Vols, they're gonna carry the goalpost across state line. I'm like, what? They both in Tennessee. Where they gonna take it to? Who Georgia playing this week? Georgia is playing LSU, right? No, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Yeah.
If Ole Miss beat these people, and you know Ole Miss could score. And Ole Miss got decent. Ole Miss got decent defense this year. They're not playing too bad.
No, they definitely could beat Georgia. Ain't nobody got to be convinced of that.
They definitely throwing a wrinkle in, boy. Pat Narduzzi is the best coach in America. Then he lays the egg versus SMU. He laid more than an egg. That boy laid a whole bunch of them, boy. That score was so stained. Wasn't it 11 to like 40 something at one point?
They say didn't he lay the egg against LSU?
No, SMU laid the egg against Pitt. Or Pitt laid the egg against SMU. Shout out to, thank you for Brashard Smith. You on my fantasy. You actually got me to 2 wins this year, so I'm 2-8 right now, or 2-7. No, I'm 2-8. I'm 2-8 right now, and I appreciate you. I thank you. But I'm not gonna make it, dog. I'm not gonna make it to the end. Smooth, where you at in the doggone draft in the fantasy? Oh my God! Real quick question. With these teams we talking about, who you think is coach of the year right now? I know I was a curveball. We ain't thought about it. Who you think? I just thought about because they said Pat Narduzzi, the best coach.
Right now, BYU coach, I think.
Kalani Sitake, good call, coach. Listen, I say if both teams go 12-0, my mind is telling me no, but my body.
If both teams go 12-0.
Yeah. Coach from Indiana as well, but I think he loses in the regular season. I mean, I think he loses if I'm not mistaken, I think he loses whatever. I think he loses Ohio State. So he'll have a loss. Even though I know phenomenal job. I want to say crystal ball. I really do. And I'm not really tripping. But BYU has no players of our caliber. You understand what I'm saying? No play. I can't name one dude on BYU team, bro. And I watched them play 3 times this year.
Not one.
I don't even know the quarterback name.
That sounds about right, though.
I think what's the guy name? Is it 210? Is he the running back over there? Let me see.
210.
I think that's him. I think that's him.
Don't say something
that
racist,
might.
though.
Huh?
Don't say something racist. 210.
No, 210. No, that's not even them. Bro, their running back got 350. Their best running back got 357 yards. Their quarterback got 1,800 yards, just short of 1,900 yards. And their top receiver got 504. Bruh. They play as a team, man. That's all I can tell you.
And when remember they beat SMU, and we all thought it was like some upset or something this year?
Yeah.
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 It definitely wasn't.
Yeah. All right, man. So they done flooded my timeline with Miami Central stuff on Twitter. Appreciate y'all.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Hey, we good. Hey, we good for now. We good. We can roll. We keep rolling.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, we good for now. Yeah, that thing got delayed.
Okay.
So check this out, dog.
Talk to
Tennessee marketing, dog. I think this stuff be so lit, bro. Let me see.
IU coach coming from a non-power conference. And Indiana in your mama lifetime never been ever decent. BYU worst P4 conference and has been there a while. I'm not mad at you, Sean. I'm just saying if they take a loss to Ohio State, that would be my only, like, to your point, Sean, you're 100% correct. But I think they take that loss to Ohio State. Reggie for the $5 street. Why you set Carson Beck up with the Cavender twin? He been throwing 3 weeks again since she gave him some.
I ain't do that.
Hey, that boy say, you know Booty undefeated. Street. Why you did that, man? Set that man up. Appreciate you, Reggie, for the $5.
Yeah, actually, when I was around him, he had another girlfriend. It wasn't a Cavender twin.
Ain't like being a quarterback.
Had to get up from around him too. Check this out, dog.
You got to put on the stage. Put it on the screen.
No. This is their stadium. This is the whole stadium. This is one side, there's one side, there's one side. Oh, this is.
Yep, that's what it is. Talk about it. That's right. These boy got light shows now. God,
oh, this is some crazy market, dog.
Wow. That's crazy.
Nation.
Oh my God, that's the fourth now in the fourth quarter. Bro, what is happening? Is this a movie? Like Thriller. Yeah, that's that black stuff I was talking about. I'm trying to talk over the music a little bit, though, so they don't bang us.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
ain't lit, dog. That's lit, dog.
Here's my question: Have they done that? Have they done that, or is that actually the light show at the game?
That's actually the light show of the game, but the editor,
right?
The editor that thought about, hey, okay, listen, I'm gonna take 4 videos, I'm gonna layer them, I'm gonna show everybody the whole entire stadium this way. Dog, their marketing, dog, is awesome, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I don't know what they're doing at these stadiums with lights, like on the for real street. But I remember when the lights went off in the stadium, it took you about 30 minutes to get them back on.
Not no more.
Nah. No more. I'm just saying. It took 30. Bro, I'm at the doggone at the Hard Rock. They got a whole light show going on. They got green and orange light. Like that's the new thing now, these light shows, bro. All right, OG Kane, appreciate you, baby. But that's part of the game day atmosphere, man. That's part of the game day atmosphere, bro. Like they got light shows, firework. And I have to say this, I've been in the Tennessee Stadium at night when they played Alabama. I was there. Rocky Top me. Rocky Top Tennessee. And the little dog be coming out, right? Smokey. He be running. They got the Vol, bro. They got the Vol Navy behind the stadium. You know what that is, Street?
Yeah. What?
So the Vol Navy, they have a river right behind their stadium. They tailgate on the river. Dog, it's boats in the same way you tailgate with cars. They got boats in there, bro. You just walk boat to boat to boat to boat to boat. It's crazy, bro.
They call it the Vol Navy.
The Vol Navy. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I pull up a picture of the Vol Navy. Bro, it's crazy, bro. 100,000 people flying that stadium so fast.
The Vol Navy.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could get in there that fast. Like, see if I can pull one of these pictures up.
I got loyalty.
Nah, they did a good job with that.
No, that's lit, bro. I can't even lie for you, dog. That's lit.
I got to give Miami some credit. They be popping the videos out fast, like as the game is going. They making video. Matter of fact, here, I think I got a video right here. Hold up. My bad. Can y'all hear that? I think this is it. The Vol Navy. I ain't gonna lie, Tennessee got a great atmosphere, man. Josh Heupel, I think, did a good job. Check this out, Street.
Tradition, the Vol Navy. This is a look yesterday. Our Ted Hall taking some of that
Look
video.
all the boats out there, bro.
Sam Luther shares the hype on the water with game
Look at all the boats out there, the Vol Navy.
Approaching.
Calm water on the Tennessee River. That soon will be far from it.
We win this game, it's going to be one wild time.
With a packed Vol Navy to prove it already. More than 50 boats.
Name a school that has that.
They watch the game from there?
It shows you what Tennessee fans are all about.
This is Jack Pangles, first year Vol Navy, coming all the way from Chattanooga.
This is the first thing I did to the boat was change it to a ship's wheel, which is fantastic for driving.
It's fans
on this boat 365 days a year. As far as joining the Vol Navy, he's hooked.
There'll never be a year I don't do it.
It's been a place for many where friendships begin, and you never meet a stranger.
Every time I walk down through here, there's somebody else here that I haven't seen in years. So it's like, oh my God, how y'all doing?
That's some friends I've made before.
As the cool breeze hits the air, the people on board won't have to wait much longer for a game they've been waiting all year for.
There's a winning atmosphere back.
All right, that's enough Tennessee. Get that crap out of here, man. You ain't talking Miami. Get that crap out.
How many boats they say be out there?
Oh, I don't know. There's a bunch of them be out there. I don't know how many they say out there. The Vol Navy. Shout out to Anything is Everything for the $5. 3 SEC teams and 3 Big Ten teams will make it into the playoffs. They are setting it up for that. I saw it happen for weeks ago. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Anything is Everything for the 5-piece. But anyway, man. L Street, let's get up out here, man. Hey, they been liking that good, bad, and ugly, huh? My goodness. Y'all rocking with your boy on that one. When I put the bad play up there, boy, they killing it. They killing the bad.
What you talking about?
I put the good, bad, and ugly up for Miami Duke. And so I put, a good play up there to advertise it. I put a bad play. But I put that play up there where we was missing line. Bruh, what is happening right now?
They lost their mind.
Man, that thing has 17,000 views right now, man. On Twitter.
What's the comments like?
Oh, let me see. Oh, they killing Guidry, dog. Poor Guidry. He ain't got a chance. Jaden Harris has no instincts as a safety. He's pathetic. God, dog, man. Y'all tough, boy. Coach, did you peep the tight end also was wide open? Nobody guarded him either. Why do y'all say guard? In football, it's cover. Maybe I'm old school.
Guard.
It's cover.
Guards
are in basketball. Yeah, but I understand. Alderman started running that because of the pass. Let me see some else. Coach Hayes, why are they not getting it? It's the same play all year with other teams, team key players. They're not even disguising it. At this point, I think they're doing it on purpose. Y'all tough, boy. Sorry to say, but we have a better D with Patterson starting. Boy. Shake my head. Shake my head. This on the defensive coordinator.
So even that undefeated, we ain't gonna enjoy the season, huh?
Man, they tough. They tough right now.
Like it's not even like it ain't even possible, huh? To just sit down, chill, enjoy the season, huh?
Hey, like I think it was Poole that say, "When is winning not enough? When is winning not enough?" Street.
When is winning not enough?
Yes.
Well, we're seeing it now. Obviously, it's not.
When is winning not enough?
It's almost like we're wired. We're wired to basically wait for the worst. Like you're wired to think that the worst is going to happen. It's almost like half a glass always half empty.
Okay.
When that defense that we're complaining about got us 9-0. Then they're going to say, no, Cam Ward got us 9-0. No, it's actually a team sport. Cam Ward, crossbody, does some weird stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and I hear you. Man, let's get up out of here, man. You got I don't see how?
Yeah.
I don't see how you don't have I don't see. Oh, shoot, Street.
What up?
Hold up. I just erased everything on my monitor. Hold up. Oh, Lord have mercy. Why did I do that? Hold up. I took everything off my monitor. Yeah, it all went like minimized. I must hit the wrong dang on button up in this joint. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I don't see how. You got I don't see how?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I hope you don't steal mine. I'm gonna be hot.
So why you letting me go first?
Because I got a backup plan just in case.
All right, man. My own season house brought to you by IOD Investor D Squad. If you want to learn how to trade, or you want to watch us trade, or you just want to make trades, we got IOD Investor Die. You can come watch us trade. The link is in the description, man. 786-405-9449. If you want to learn about Bitcoin, or you don't know what an option is, or you just want to do something different with your money.
Okay.
Investor Die. I created maybe 3 years ago, man. It's been going on. It's been going for maybe 3 years now. You can come watch us trade, watch us talk about crypto, ask any question you want to ask. We're not financial advisors. We ain't your financial advisors. We're just showing you what we do, what we would do, and it's up to you. Make a decision, do your own due diligence. But that's Investor.IOD Squad. The link is in the description. I don't see how.
You better not have mine. I think you got it, dog.
These dudes be doing these. Listen, dog. I don't see how, dog. these dudes be doing these pranks. They think, like Cage, you say it all the time. They think everything is a prank. Everything ain't funny, dog. You know what I'm saying? I guess this dude rolled up on a bunch of dudes, maybe a rival gang, and then jumped out the car and played Bruce Lee.
Go. Get him up out of there.
All the driver had to do was the driver had one job. Let's get out of here.
Go. Get him up out of there.
And I'll say this. Here's what I'll say. I had to be very honest.
Driver had one job.
Driver, don't stop now. Y'all know about those dudes. Anyway, I'll say this, man. These dudes pulling these pranks, I hope, because they didn't used to do this, I hope they stage them. Because cats like that'll bust you, dog. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you run out on somebody, and I hate to say this, they'll probably be justified because you jump out of the car. I don't know what you're doing. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
they don't hear this is a joke because it's street shit. Like, they don't want to hear that this is a joke because in the streets, part of it is not to be played with. Yeah.
And you coming out with red, if you in a blue area, I don't know. I ain't in the gang activity. I don't get into those. I don't get into felonious activity. However, you know that people be playing these games. Like your girl, you brought her up. You actually introduced me to her. She's small, little. She's not a little girl, but young, small little lady. She be walking up on people asking directions. Be like, hey man, don't talk to me like that. You like, you ask me for directions.
Right.
What's her name? Street. The little lady. The little girl.
I don't know her name, but she's so funny to me, dog.
All right.
I don't know her name though.
I don't see how is super ironic to what I'm about to show you. However, it is what it is. I don't see how is brought to you by Go Vote, people. Go vote. If you have not voted, please do your civic duty and go out there and vote. I'm definitely not here to convince you who to vote for. I'm here to get you to vote. It is your God-given right to vote. It is your American right to vote. It is your civic right to vote. All right. Do your due diligence. It's not too late. Everything is out there on the table. Go vote, please. If you think it doesn't matter, trust me, where and why you're sitting where you are today is because somebody voted a long time ago, and you weren't probably even conceived. So please go out and vote, do your duty, and cast your vote. That's all I'm going to ask you. But I will say this. The Florida-Georgia game, the world's biggest cocktail party. Do me a favor also. If you have voted already, put a thumbs up in the chat to let us know you have. If you have not voted, put a thumbs down. That means boo on you. All right. Jacksonville, Florida hosts the world's biggest cocktail party between Florida and Georgia. Shout out to Florida, who actually played Georgia pretty tough on the third string quarterback. I know Georgia has some people out as well, but it doesn't matter. The best game was going on in the stands.
Yeah, though.
It was. I don't think Florida people understood that we sent Florida Highway Patrolmen, not Florida Highway, City of Miami police in Jacksonville uniforms. We did that. So we sent City of Miami police to Jacksonville and put on Jacksonville Police Department uniforms just so we could engage. Y'all pay attention. Time to go to work. Yeah. No, what is happening? And ironically, Street, can you tell me what is ironically going on in this video?
What's ironically going on in the video?
Yes. What is happening in this video that makes it ironic?
Beating up a white guy.
Nope. They playing Lean Back by Fat Joe in the background. Listen. My man right there pulled up with the sunroof missing. Dog, the whole sunroof missing right there.
Like, why are you punching him?
But here's the funny thing. All of the Florida fans got their camera out like, look at that fool. Bro, I don't know what happened, how this got to what it was, but my man was throwing some bombs, some Fifth Ward D's on him, man. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he said. I don't know whatever. But Street, talk to your boy. Little excessive? Not excessive? Right on time? What's up?
I mean, I think we've been seeing that for years. That's not surprising to us.
Guess what the first comment you're gonna see?
What?
Uh-oh. What we got here? Talk to your boy. Guess what the first comment? Hey man, what's going on here?
What's the first comment?
Why they gotta? These are the first comments up here. That's crazy.
What?
We got another one. Hold on. We got another one. Now this is a Georgia fan. Shout out to the Georgia.
Is this the same cup?
I don't think so.
I saw somebody say that was the same cup. He done tased it. He done got tased.
Did you hear what he just said?
What did he say?
Pull the gun out, Trigger. Pull the gun out, Trigger.
Did he? Oh, I heard it.
I'm not going to jail. You stop. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault.
What is happening? Oh my God.
That's assault.
Go ahead.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's assault. That's assault. That's a lawsuit, bitch. That's a lawsuit.
The guy that's yelling, that's assault. You can't do that. Is the one who posted it, and he claimed he's a lawyer. So for years, Hayes, get that off the screen.
Get what off the? Oh, dang! How you get it off, Street?
For years, black people have been yelling brutality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other people felt like they didn't hear us. But when they see it the other way, it looks like assault.
I'll just say this, brother. This is why voting is important. I just want to say the very first comment up there, and actually, shout out to the Most Hated Kane said it, should have just complied. And that always when it's the other way around, like, and you know, we're not trying to get into that. What I'm trying to get into is this is why voting is important, y'all.
Should have just complied.
This is why voting is important. Because if you don't make a change won't happen. That's all I'm saying.
Should have just complied.
Think about this. I'll just say this and leave it at this. Chokeholds are still on the books. Think about what I'm just telling you. Chokeholds are still on the books. I'll leave it at that. But anyway.
Chokeholds are still on the books?
Yeah.
Dog, it's ironic, dog. That you can't do that. You can but I understand. I mean, we all are individuals and we don't know what those people say, but we've been yelling this for years.
You can't do that. That's assault. Well, just comply. Just comply, Street.
And for the people that's watching, they're not complying. Not fighting back doesn't mean you're complying. The cop is saying, put your hands behind your back and you're not putting your hands behind your back. That's not complying. Don't think that because you're not being aggressive that you're complying. You're not following orders.
You had the world's biggest cocktail. Who's supposed to follow orders? The only order is to drink more, and drink even more. Those are the rules.
I'm going to tell you how lit it is out there. I got a homeboy I went in the military with who happened to move here to Miami. He's from Tennessee, Chattanooga. He moved here after 20 years ago out of Miami. We met in the military. I met him in the military. My homeboy, Patrick Barber. He went to the Florida, Georgia 3 years ago, Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
He just came back. He goes every year. He's not a Georgia fan. He's not a Florida fan. This is how lit it is. Him and my home, he go every year just to tailgate for some teams he don't even root for. So whatever's going on out there before that game happened, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just like us going to the Classic. I ain't go to Fan Bethune. I went to Hampton, but I'll be out there looking for that conch salad. Think about it. Everybody from Miami goes to the Classic, and a lot of people didn't go to Fan Bethune. But they're going to take a day off work. They're going to rent a car. They're going to have a fresh robe. They're going to get their hair done. They're going to get a fresh haircut and go to the Classic. And neither one of them attended either one of those schools.
Facts.
Yep. So, I don't know. I just want to put that out there. Hopefully that hit home. No pun intended. You get it, hit home with what I was saying. So if you haven't gone out and cashed your vote, I didn't see a lot of thumbs up. Please go do so. Please go do so. It's super important. For whatever you believe in. I just believe in voting is important. And like I said, Street Man, I'm out of here, man. I know you got to make a run, and we make it happen.
Ulysses Perez said, why this dude got on glasses indoors?
So
Ulysses, mind your business, dog. God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Tell them you got the Blu-rays coming off the screen in your eye. The same way, same reason people wear jackets outside. I'll say this. My dog wearing glasses inside is the same way these shorties wearing hoodies in 90-degree weather. If you can figure that out, he can figure out.
You got a show tonight?
No, I'm good.
That's what it is. See, these people don't understand how talented we are, dog. They think when we sit up here and just talk, right? We just sit up here talking like they think we got a staff of 8 people, right? That's pulling, bro. There's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just don't realize like there's a lot going on. So if I take off my glasses, right, because I know what my talent is, you know what I'm saying? And it's me being able to do certain things while we're live. If I took off my glasses and you saw what my eyes were looking at, then you'll be like, man, Street crazy. Like, what is Street doing? There's a lot going on over here, dog. It is.
There's a lot. If you watch me, I'm always like this. I'm here.
There's a lot going on, dog. So to not confuse you, I wear my sunglasses at night. Yeah, remember that?
The Street is trying to hide the face. He look like Johnny Gill. My. Huh?
Like Johnny Gill. Yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you listen. You know, it's a lot going on. Everything ain't always what it seems, dog. All right? There's a lot going on over here, Ulysses. That's why, bro.
That dog hiding that fire in his eye. That boy like, what's the man name?
They don't know. They don't know what we. I wish they could sit in ours. I wish we could have like bring your comment to work one day and let them come sit in your seat and try to do the show for an hour.
Hey, and none of us are truly formally trained in doing this, right? So you got to figure this out on the run.
You got to figure it out on your own, bro. Right now, I got 32 tabs open.
Well, I ain't got that many, but I got 4 monitors. I got 4 monitors working here, a keyboard, a thing. Listen, I got a laptop in front of me. Listen, and I got a right pad. Look, I'll even show y'all. I got a right pad. You can write like it's all kind of stuff going on over here.
I got 32. I got 2 cell phones, a light on one so I can see the keyboard, 32 tabs open, and I swear I probably have used 20 of them since we've been sitting here.
And you got the stream deck so you can press all the buttons. Matter of fact, Hey, Ulysses, take this to the house with you, mother. Matter of fact, Ulysses, you know what?
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
How about this, Ulysses? Hold up. How about this one?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And the last one for you, brother. We just messing with you, dog. We just messing with you, Ulysses. It's all good, baby. We just having fun.
Let's get on up out of here, man. I gotta make old runny run.
Oh, I got something for you, Street.
Talk to me.
Guess what I found, dog? Guess what I found? Bruh, you ain't gonna remember this, dog. Let's see if you remember this, Street. I had to make sure the camera's showing it right. You remember these? In 3, 2, hold up, move the mic out of the way. 1.
The county school towels.
You remember this?
Yeah. Where you get this from, dog?
Bro, you don't remember these? You don't remember these, Street?
I remember.
Yeah, boy. Them old school. That's old school right there, Street. That's old school, baby. Dade County school towels, dog.
I remember, dog.
Yeah, boy. I found it, man, in my stuff, man. I was going through some stuff after the hurricane, and I had it sitting up there for the longer. I was like, man, let me put this on A Street so them boys know. But our schools even got their own towels, dog. I don't play no game with y'all.
Terry Kane, send me a text, dog. You might be right. 786-459-9499. Send me a text, dog. Maybe we could do some business. Smooth one from Dave. Open line.
You know the old line, huh? Cowards from Broward get what?
Cowards from Broward. I don't know the rest of that. All I know is Cowards from Broward.
Cowards from Broward get sprayed and dead.
Yeah, I did know that.
Dang, now so that hurt. The Beige Delight is Coach Hayes' stage name. We wasn't see the fact that you know that show a problem with you, NASA. How you know all my stage name? Coming to the stage, Beige Delight.
You sounded just like them dudes. Coming to the stage.
Coming to the stage, Beige Delight.
Beige Delight. Beige Delight. Get out here, Beige. Beige Delight. Somebody go get Beige.
What that old waffle color do? Hey, I got one thing. We up here just rambling, having a good time. But here's my last thing I'm gonna say. Do you remember M&M boots?
Of course.
Okay. I can't find M&M boots or Panthers nowhere on the internet, bro. I can find Travel Fox, Lottos, Diodoras, all of that stuff. I can't find Panthers. Remember Panthers?
I couldn't find Panthers. Diodoras is out there.
Yeah, Diodoras. They came back out. They were truly a tennis shoe. But like we had our Lotto. Remember Lotto? You could change the color on the side. Travel Fox. Yeah, Travel Fox. I can't find M&M boots and I can't find Panthers.
You're not gonna find Travel Fox. Nope. I looked for them too. I think that was some flea market stuff.
Nah, Travel Fox? No.
I think so.
No. They got them right here. Amazon got them for $99.
I couldn't find Travel Fox.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you this, they don't look like the Travel Fox we had.
What?
No, they don't look like the Travel Fox we had. Yeah,
right.
Travel Fox.
Like something totally different, right?
Yeah, because they knew. That's just like British Knights. That's Travel Fox right there.
Loyalty.
You don't remember the British Knights with the snake skin? Check them out. Ooh, we had the British Knights with the snake skin on them, boy.
I remember all of them.
But these are the kind of new version. I can't find anybody can find Panthers or M&M boots. There you go now. So you know about them M&M boots, them things was blue with the gold on them. They was almost like Timberlands almost, but they weren't.
My Adidas. Oops.
I meant to say troops walking down the street in my M&M boots. I got in the fight with my British Knights. I went to jail in my fresh gazelles. Come on, street.
Oops.
I had some doggone gazelle glasses. Remember those?
How could you forget them?
They went high on one side. Yeah, dog. Man, I don't know. Nobody else used to win them, dog. They used to go up high on one side, though. I can't find the what you call it, though. Gazelles, dog, back in the day. Matter of fact, I think that's what Heavy D and them used to wear, gazelles.
Them things would cost like $100, didn't they?
Yeah, they expensive now, dog. They got some up here now for $375 on eBay. $419. Yeah. Oh, here they go right here, Street. The vintage. Here they go, Street.
Yeah.
You can't see. Oh, y'all can't. These old school here, y'all. These old school here, y'all. Man, y'all know about that Miami life, man. Listen, these old school right here. See them?
Yeah.
It went high up on one side. The big side. Dog, $285, bro. $285. Jeez. Everybody stop it. Stop it. Anyway, man, let's get up out of here, man. We could be rambling forever, man.
Man.
All right, Street. We out of here, man. Peace. Go vote. Go have a good time. Be safe out there tonight. And we out of here, man. Hush puppies. I hear you out there. Y'all were talking about hush puppies, clogs. What the other ones were? What was the other one, Street?
Exchanging babies.
I don't know what they doing. We finna get off here before we see.
What we got down there, boy?
Man, before we see a felony, we out of here, man.
Kiki walking around with a flop. Let me give them that flop, Kiki.
I know, Joseph. I'm sorry. I promise this is my last one. Let's get up out of here. We out. Peace.